Today we're
Boom.
discussing, yeah.
It's a somber day today, boys and girls.
Today we're going to be discussing Aphria. My name's Elliot. This is Steven. I'm going to let him start off because he's a little amped up right now.
You start off. Yeah. I think, honestly, I'm more pissed off than Vic Newfield right now. So basically, if you haven't been paying attention, Aphria's stock has just shit the bed, so to speak, based off of allegations from the Hindenburg Research and QCM. Greasy Grego is what I'll call him. Greasy Gabriel Grego is just in it for the short. But he has allowed the stock to just tank. What are your thoughts on this?
I gotta play both sides here. I'm gonna play devil's advocate as well as sort of talk up Aphria at the same time because, first of all, being a free shareholder, I've always been under the impression that Vic was a straight shooter. He's a proven CEO. He took a vitamin company from bankruptcy and turned it into $1 million company. He's always said, hey, we're Aphria. We're not going to put out press releases that aren't real, kind of pushing it. At some companies like Aurora, they kind of like to press release often. But that being said, they don't really put out much. Like, how many times have you seen videos of Vic Neufeld doing things at his facility? I've seen one video of him at his cannabis facility.
Oh yeah.
And I had seen zero footage of him at any LATAM or anything south of the border.
But I mean, in their defense, the Hindenburg Research and QCM and Greasy Gabriel, they are short companies that are specifically.
You wouldn't put this much effort into something if you weren't looking to make money, and that's what I say about every shorter.
There's huge motive, but to piggyback off what you're saying about Aphria and how they don't release things. So in my head, I think it's pretty plausible that this is actually a perfect company to attack for that reason. You know what I mean? Because if they're not like putting out constant press releases and not being like really active, about that stuff, then they're a really easy target. You could see like Aurora immediately probably would go on like a press release bonanza with Cam Batley going on.
Batley would have pulled out his cell phone and started talking on Instagram, and he would talk.
Yeah, he would have been on the PR like the day after, probably like hours after. Honestly,
their terrible response to begin with was a huge turnoff. I mean, they didn't rebut anything in their initial response. I don't even know why they would have put that out. And then he just put out another release saying that come Monday they're going to go line by line and address everything. Vic, get on BNN. You're letting Grego. Teresa. Sorry about that. I had
Teresa have some thoughts.
Yeah, Teresa, do you have any thoughts on this?
I'm Greasy old Gabriel.
Greasy Teresa over here. She's on Grego's side.
Honestly, Freddie, I'm assuming the viewers or the Redditors, fellow Redditors out there have probably watched the BNN interview with Gabriel. And honestly, he looks like just a complete slime ball. There's really nothing else to say. He even had to like go back on his word in that interview too. If you saw that
yes.
She was basically, he said that there was fraudulent activity.
He wouldn't say there was fraudulent activity. He's 100% positive, everybody, that this is such a fraud, but he won't use that word.
No, yeah, because then the BNN host, I forgot her name, called him out on it. 100%.
She tried to get him to say that word, dude.
Yeah. And he was like, "Oh no, I meant that was like what I was describing for the other companies that we've taken down." So it's like
he's a Latin Dracula trying to suck the blood, make himself stronger. That's all he is. All these short sellers, Citron Research, blow me. Yeah, Andrew left, blow me. It's all garbage.
But this is way more in depth than the attack on like Crone or Namaste that just basically was saying that those companies are just overvalued. Like, this is 100% above and beyond. This is basically saying that they're pretty much like a shell company that does marijuana on the side. So
there's a video with Vic Neufeld. Like I said, I've only seen one video of him at an actual Aphria facility with cannabis. He talks about Synthean biosciences for like 2 minutes straight on that. Now, Why would you talk about a shell company publicly for 2 minutes straight? You know what I mean? There's also that. Like, there's so many things about this that is just plain weird. But the fact that they keep tanking, like, we haven't seen a short attack be this successful yet. So, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to really come to a conclusion here. And
Let's.
what did you say earlier, Steve, about how Vic was saying something about nothing's off the table? I think that's very important.
Oh yeah, that he was basically quoted as saying that yeah, the share price has lost a significant value, like over 50%. But he hasn't gotten calls from any suitors yet trying to buy out the company or like offers, but that he would be nothing's off the table. He would be open to it still.
I felt a lot better
That's a little
before I read
fishy.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
super fishy. Yeah, you can find that article. I believe it's
Maybe
also on
he's
the end.
trying to tank the stock more. He's saying stupid things. He's putting out terrible press. Maybe he's trying to tank the stock more. I don't know. It's so bizarre to me.
Maybe they want to get bought out. I don't know.
If they wanted to get bought out, why would they do it at such a terrible price? Like they're shareholders. Vic
Yeah.
just bought 111,000 shares. I think it's 118,000 shares the first day it tanked.
Well, ideally, even if they did get bought out, whoever's buying them out would still have to pay like premium. I mean, I would still say that they would still get bought out for at least $8 to $10, which I mean, don't get me wrong, my investment in Aphria is like 11 average, and I'm thinking about averaging down. I'm not sure, but you're still.
I averaged down when it went down 20% on the first day because I was like, all right, good hit. This is what happened to Kron, and I'm gonna buy. Not 2 minutes later, it dropped another 9%. The next day, another 25%, and then today, in the Canadian markets, it dropped 15%. So I lost a lot of money really quickly.
But regardless of their LATAM transactions, which is basically what Greasy Gabriel attacks, I mean, they still have facilities that we've seen videos.
Broken Coast, they sell cannabis.
They sell cannabis. Broken Coast is really good. One of their claims, Greasy Gabriel said that they have like bug infested, facilities.
Bug infested, yeah.
Wouldn't we hear about that by now?
He told us that they got rid of a crop a while ago, like a crop. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, they still have physical assets that are worth money, and they're selling.
I'm not sure where the Jamaican bud is going, to be quite honest. Are they making sales in Latin America? I don't know anything about that.
I don't know. I thought it was licenses. I know what they paid for is licensing, but yeah, I'm not sure on that.
That was your Cowboy Quickie. We try to make it as quick as possible. Obviously, we have some passionate views on this.
We got more tomorrow coming out, apparently, from Hinderburg. If we couldn't get any worse, there's more. But honestly, I'm going to stay strong. I'm going to hold until my butt cheeks are red and until those muscles are they can't hold no more. Because at this point, if you sell, there's a pretty good chance that it could be complete bullshit. And then the stock could go right back up, and you just lost all your money. You just gave that right to those shorts, right to Greasy Gabriel. Yeah. I'll see the viewers on Reddit, don't fucking sell to Greasy Gabriel.